Okay, here with my second video, and go ahead and show you just using my simple Innovator 3000 remote control system. This is what I really like. This is the thing that I found really cool. This is an MTH locomotive. It has a simple 8-pin Bachmann decoder, I do believe. I can't remember where I actually got this decoder or which locomotive it was in, but regardless, it's 8-pin, and yes, I do believe it does say Bachmann on it. There is also a 9-pin dummy that's in there, I think. It's either a 9-pin or possibly a 21. I can't tell. Regardless, MTH locomotive. Athearn locomotive. 9-pin dummy and a 8-pin socket. Now, like I said, 9-pin dummy. So this is a DC locomotive. And then over there, I have what I will be unveiling. My Brandon Railway GP9 and GP9 Slug. Bachmann, the GP9 is DC. The Slug is DCC. Now, this is what I really like about this layout and everything. And don't ask me how I did this, because honestly, I don't know. It surprised the shit out of me when this actually worked. Because everybody says, oh, you can't run DC and DCC stuff at the same time. I politely said, kiss my ass, yes I can. And they are speed matched almost perfectly. I don't know how this happened, but the only thing I can think of is that because the Athearn engines usually take more power to run, the faster MTH engine required the equivalent of a DCC decoder to slow it down or dumb it down to where it would run with a Athearn locomotive, and there's very little coupler slack on it, as if they're running perfect together. And same thing with the Bachmanns. Now, the only thing I can't understand with the Bachmann engines is that they are running very good together, and they are both Bachmann engines. So there's really no difference between decoder and no decoder, what brand of motor. There's really no explaining it. I can't. So if any of you guys out there watching this can explain this, feel free to comment and let me know, because by all means, I would love to know how a DC locomotive will run almost flawlessly with a DCC locomotive on a DC system. I don't understand it. But this was my big thing that I really wanted to show you guys, and I did take the dynamic hatches off of those, the MTH and the Athearn. They're sitting right there. But the reason those are off is so I could show you that one of them is DCC and the other one is DC. I really have no way of showing you that on the Jeep 9 and Jeep 9 Slug without actually taking them apart, so you'll have to take my word for it. But anyhow, the only thing I can think of is that and get these up here to a good stopping point. That's good. Well, we'll move them forward a little bit more. The only thing I can think of is that with these, that, like I said, the Athearn takes so much power to get it moving that putting a decoder in the MTH engine gives it just enough of a bog or a weight before it starts. Takes just that little bit more power just to start the decoder. And it's a non-sound decoder. Just a basic 8-pin. That's the only thing I can think of for that. But like I said, as for the Bachmann stuff, the only thing I can think of is the actual Jeep 9 might be just a bit older and take just a little bit more current. It might be a little dirty. I don't know. But the other thing I did notice, however, is that the Jeep 9 has a bright LED look to the lights, whereas the Slug has a warmer, more older look to the lights. Maybe somebody knows about it and can explain it to me. Maybe not, I don't know. But anyhow, that's the other thing I wanted to show you guys because I thought it was really cool that I'm actually able to run DC and DCC at the same time and not fry anything. And I did check with a couple of my friends from the rail club, and I asked them about it because I wanted to be certain so I don't risk frying my MTH engine or a nice Athearn engine. The Athearn, I do believe, is a newer engine from a one of the ready-to-run Iron Horse sets or something like that. But I wanted to make sure, and the two people I talked to said as long as it's a DC system, you got nothing to worry about. You're not putting more voltage to one than you are the other. Both engines are getting the same amount of power. It's just the amount of power that actually goes to the motor in the MTH engine is less than the amount of power that's going to the motor in the Athearn engine, because obviously the Athearn takes more power to get it moving. So anyhow, for now, this is Brandon Railway 6755 signing off.